Thanks for joining us, buddy. What have you been up to? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just got back to Toronto last week. Kind of got some captain skates going on, just getting on the ice with the guys back in the gym. So it's nice to be back in town and nice to start ramping up before the season here.
Stoli, great to see that mug, buddy. Thank you for doing this. How was summer? Anything stand out for you in terms of what you did?
Just busy, a lot of weddings, couple bachelor parties. So it kind of flew by just traveling all around. Came up here to Stevie Lorenz's wedding. So I was able to get back to Toronto for a few days and kind of go into the gym and see some of the staff and some of the guys, which was nice. But it just kind of one wedding after another kind of adds up, and then before you know it, the summer's over.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Stoli, I want to take you back to the playoffs last year. Obviously, getting an injury in the second round against the Florida Panthers. There, could you take us through that a little bit, and also update us on how you're doing and how you're feeling these days?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously, just an unfortunate incident there. Just kind of got hit in the head there, and then probably about 5, 10 minutes after, just started feeling a little woozy and dizzy and whatnot. So, just thought it was best for myself and the team just to kind of, just go and take the right precautions to make sure everything was all right. And things took a little while to get back, but I think right before Game 6, Game 7, I started feeling like myself again, and obviously I backed up Game 7, but now it's everything's good. I was able to train, able to skate. I was probably on the ice 15, 20 times this summer with my goalie coach. So I've had no symptoms, and everything was good. I was able to kind of go full throttle this summer.
How close were you to returning?
I mean, yeah, I backed up for Game 7, so I was good to go. But obviously, it's Game 7 in the playoffs, so you kind of you're off the ice for a week or so, so it kind of takes a little bit to get back into it. So and Waller was playing well at the time, so I kind of was just there for moral support and just trying to rally the guys there.
Yeah, and I'm curious your thoughts. I know you're a pretty level-headed guy, Stoli. A lot of backlash and outcry about the play itself. Sam Bennett, he has a reputation. I was just wondering what you thought about the play. Did you think it was kind of innocent going to the net, or did you think there was more to it? Looking at it after being injured, did you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it was just an unfortunate accident. I mean, having played with Benny for a year, he plays a hard-nosed game, but I don't think there was any malicious intent there. I just think that, it was just kind of an unfortunate, incident where it just kind of got a bad spot, and it kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop there. And it obviously sucks to kind of have your season ended that way, but those are the cards I was dealt. So it's kind of was just try to support the guys as much as I can, try to be around them as much as I can, and just try to work my way back.
I'm sure that added to the emotion of having to watch that series, knowing that was your previous team. You won a Stanley Cup with them. You must be, even more fired up to start this season and get back to that point, potentially playing Florida, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at the strides that we took last year. Having a new coach, learning a new system. I think the guys towards the end of the year, we were starting to click, and we were really gelling as a team, and we were playing the right way. And I think coming into this year, I think everyone's got that fire in their belly, and another year of experience, another year under Chief, and I think that we kind of learned to play the right way last year, and I think we're just going to try to continue to carry that over into this year.
Yeah, and you mentioned that year of experience being in Toronto. I'm sure coming into it, you had, you know, people tell you that it's different in Toronto, and it is. Now that you've got that experience, what is different about playing for Toronto than the other organizations you've been in?
I would definitely say the media for sure. I mean, there's always more of a heavier media presence. But I mean, it's something that you just kind of learn to deal with. I'm a pretty level-headed guy, so you're just answering a few more questions, and your job's to go out there and play. And at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. You just go out there, play the game, and that's really all you can focus on. And I enjoyed my time, and last year, just trying to you obviously, like you said, you hear about the media and whatnot, and for me, it's just kind of just another day. I enjoyed talking to all the guys and whatnot. So and like I said, another year under my belt, and it's going to be a lot of familiar faces, and I'm looking forward to it.
From a fan's perspective, it always feels like you're in a rocking chair. How would you assess your first season on the ice as a Maple Leaf?
I thought it went well. I mean, obviously, the injuries are unfortunate with the knee, and then the head injury at the end of the year. But I thought I came back from the knee injury and kind of found my form in the second half there. And I think for me that's probably the biggest thing going forward is it's probably the best hockey I've played in my entire career. So to kind of have that that stretch from last year to kind of carry into this year, the confidence that I had, just being able to go out there and play and, just play free. It's kind of, like I said, I'm an easygoing guy. So I enjoy just going out there, playing the game that I love. And, I'm just going to try to carry that from last year into this year.
Yeah, and being a goaltender is kind of a unique position. You always got your partner there beside you on the team. Sometimes there's a clear number one. Sometimes you share the load a little bit. You and Joseph Woll seem to both be able to elevate each other and share that crease. What's that experience been like, and how is your relationship grown through that first year of sharing the crease?
Yeah, it's grown tremendously. I mean, I kind of got introduced to Waller through our agent. We had the same agent, so pretty early in the summer last year, kind of just got his number, shoot a couple texts back and forth, and then you kind of come to camp, and you get to meet him face to face, and we kind of hit it off immediately, and our relationship grew throughout the entire year. And what I love about Waller is he's always going 100%. He's always pushing you, and through my career, kind of, I was a backup for the first 4 or 5 years there. That's, kind of was my role, and, just kind of pushing guys. So I think that we kind of have a nice tandem and relationship in terms of just going out there and practice and pushing each other as best as we can. And that's only going to make the team better. It's going to make practice a little more interesting, guys coming down and you're just stopping them left and right. So, I think that we kind of feed off of that with each other, and we're supportive of each other, whether he's playing or I'm playing.
You're really blossoming into the next Swayman Allmark pairing. Those guys loved each other, and it really resonates, man. Like, how do you make that relationship click? Like, what is it about that relationship that makes it work that way? Because obviously, you both want the ice. I mean, there's no question about it. But you work well together.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, I think that we both want each other to do well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the team, and you want the team to succeed. And if he's hot and he deserves the net, then so be it. It's his job. His is to stop the puck, and if he's doing it extremely well, then I'm going to support him. And it's vice versa. When we were in playoffs last year, you come to the bench and, you're just always talking to him. He's always chatty. So, I think that relationship to kind of feed off of that, and I think it helps the team as well. You always want to, you always want to have, the guys getting along. And, I think the goalie tandem is no different.
Yeah, and Stoll, you'd mentioned in the past you've had that backup role, and you come to Toronto under a spotlight and have a chance to take on a bigger role. I think that when you pull everyone who is around the team and around the game and is following the Maple Leafs, it seemed like the team had a lot of confidence in front of you. You seem to have a calming presence on the guys on the ice. I imagine that gives you a lot of confidence. And what do you take with that confidence going into this season here?
Yeah, I mean, when you have the defensive core that we do, guys that are willing to block shots, guys that are willing to stand up for you if a guy gets too close in front of the net or gives you an extra jab, I think, as a goalie, you appreciate that a lot more. And, like I said, we have a great group off the ice. Guys get along extremely well. So, for me, knowing that, guys are willing to go to battle for me, I'm going to do the same for them.
Game 2 against Ottawa, you absolutely fucking buried Ridley Gregg, dude. I mean, as much as Leafs fans loved you already, that was like a turning point too, to see you stand up to your opponent the way you did. Did you feel that importance to be like, you guys aren't going to mess with me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bigger guy, so as a goalie, you can't really fight or do anything like that. But to be honest, I had no idea that it was him in front of the net. You're just so focused on the play, and you're so into the game. And whoever it was, I saw him in the corner, and he started coming back to the crease, and just kind of that, I kind of just lost it for a second and just threw a little shoulder in there. But it's just one of those things you just kind of get caught up in the moment.
Yeah, and now that you understand what it's like to be in Toronto, the familiarity there, the comfortability, the success that you've had so far. I know it's only been 1 year, but is it a place you could see yourself playing long term?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that I'll kind of leave to my agent and Tree, and my focus is to kind of just continue and build off of what I did last year. I think that right now that's the most important thing is starting camp off the right way and getting some reps here in preseason, and once that opening night comes, that we hit the ground running.
What's important to you when it comes to the next deal? Security, fit, role, or something else?
I mean, I think it's just kind of, just getting paid what, fairly, something that, helps the team, but at the same time, shows that, they believe in me. So, like I said, I'll leave that to the agent and Tree. And for me, it's just more or less just kind of go out there and just continue to do what I do.
Now with camp around the corner, some changes have been made to this roster. Obviously, the playoff success hasn't quite been there in Toronto for quite a while. You could argue they took the best team out in the world to Game 7 last year. They lost you, their starting goaltender. What are some expectations this year for you guys on the Maple Leafs?
I mean, I think everyone's expectation is a Stanley Cup. I mean, you go into the season, you work so hard, and at the end of the day, you want to win the last game of the year. So, I think that that's our goal from day one, and it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think we have the right group here, and like I said, we took a step. We took a step here last year, and another year of experience. You bring in some guys who most definitely can contribute, up and down the lineup, and the additions that we got last year at the deadline. Those guys are going to have another year of comfortability in Toronto and being around the team, and I can only see everyone just taking a step forward here.
Do you know any of the new guys that have come in here?
No, I was it Wazzy. I just played him. Michelli, same thing. So and then Dak, one of my buddies actually went to school with him in at Ohio State, so he kind of gave me the the rundown. But I'm excited to see him play. I mean, they're we got two guys that are pretty big, and Michelli's a little shifty out there. So we've had the captain's gate here for a little bit. So just seeing them on the ice, I'm excited to see what they bring to the table here.
I was going to ask you too, because you win the Stanley Cup with Florida, and unfortunately we saw it again last year. But identity is a big word I would use to describe the Florida Panthers. Are you starting to see that a bit more here, even with the additions to get a bit grittier and greasier and harder to play against?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, defense wins championships. So, you always see scoring go down in the playoffs. So, and that's because teams tighten it up. So, I think that if you can kind of get those 82 games in the regular season and kind of just build your game towards that playoff style, I think that that's probably the best way to, go forward and win games and win a championship. You got to play that, dump and chase kind of, hard, rugged game, and you have to be willing to sacrifice your body out there. So, I think, we grew a lot last year, and like I keep saying, I think it's exciting for us to get the year going here.
Stoli, great stuff. We're looking forward to the season getting underway. Thank you so much. Your second time here on Leafs Morning Take. Exceptional stuff, and we'll talk soon. Have a great season, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.